Hi guys, Daz here yet again with another comic book haul. This time it's Daz's Comic Book Hauls episode 97. And boy oh boy have I got a haul for you this time round. So me and the family, last Monday we decided to go to the beach in Weston. And great day trip, having fun. But you know me, whilst there I got permission to have a little look round a couple of shops, trying to find comics as I always do. And there's 3 shops in Weston I really hit up, and went to the first shop, no joy at all. Went to the second shop, no joy at all. So went to the third shop and saw one book on the shelf that kind of interested me, but then there was nothing. There was a lot of long boxes in there, but nothing of interest. And my heart sank a little bit, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And I was there actually with the family, so I was going to head back to the beach, but I just asked on the off chance, "Excuse me, mate, is this all the comics you got?" And he said, "Well, what are you after?" And I thought, well, I kind of like the older stuff a little bit, you know, Silver, Bronze Age, 80s comics. And the shopkeeper said, "You are very much in luck. I have just got in a collection." I said, "Okay, any chance of having a look?" He said, "Of course. It's in the storeroom out the back." And he said, "But don't build your hopes up too much, because I've pulled out all the key issues." And I thought, oh, well, let's have a look, see what I can find. Maybe I can pick up a couple to flip, perhaps. Anyway, he opened the door, and joy of joys, there were so many comics. They weren't backdoor boarded. They were in piles and piles and piles. In fact, it was a 6,000 comic collection that the shopkeeper had just got in. A splattering of silver, but tons of bronze and tons of 80s. And it was all Marvel. I couldn't believe it. Like I said, he said, I pulled out all the keys. Well, immediately, I saw some keys on the table. And I thought, okay, well, at least I can do something with these books. And I said, "How much are the books?" And he said, "Well, like I say, I've pulled out most of the keys, but I'm asking really a £1 for most. Maybe 1 or 2 in there that are worth a little bit more. £1 a book," I thought. And straight away I'm looking and I'm thinking, well, that's a tenner, that's a tenner, that's a tenner. So I went on the Monday and I had such good fun. I then went back on the Friday, and all told, I believe I picked up 101 books. I paid 70 quid on the Monday, 70 quid on the Friday. And I think I've done very well. I've listed some and I've made a lot of money on some of these already. So without further ado, let's get into the books, guys. Remember, £1 a book, except for one bit of silver at the end that I paid a little bit more for, but I think it was well worth it. We start small, build our way up. Kind of, that's how I like to roll. First up, we have Uncanny X-Men, issue 256. And this is the first debut of the new Psylocke costume. And it's the first appearance of a character called Quantum. Uncanny 256. I've had that book many, many times. And it's always a £5 to a £10 book. And then we had Uncanny X-Men issue 200. And this is where Magneto becomes the headmaster at Xavier's School for the Gifted. Again, a second copy. Most of these were to flip. I think I picked up 42 books on my first trip, and only 13 were keepers. So I was looking for some coin, and I think I've got some. Another copy of X-Men Annual 10, and this is the first appearance of the X-Babies. And the introduction of Longshot into the team as well. This is always a fun book. picked this one up years ago initially. This is Wolverine, issue 88. The first battle between Wolverine and Deadpool, of course. Now, like I say, are they in near mint condition? No. To be expected when they're not bagged and boarded. But they're in the fine to the VF range. And some of these keys for £1, you're not going to believe. Then I picked up another copy of Exterminators, issue number 1. And this is the first appearance of WizKid, who apparently is a tech genius, and he's going to be playing a role in the Shang-Chi movie. Back to the X-Men, and Uncanny X-Men, issue 155, and the first appearance of the Brood. This is always a fun book. Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 13, and the first appearance of the Spirit of Vengeance. Just couldn't believe it, guys. I could not believe what I was seeing. Then we have Eternals, number 1 from 1985, and the first appearance of Phastos. And he is going to be in the Eternals movie. And I believe he's a gay character. And when I took this one up to the counter, the shopkeeper, who was a good guy, he's a karaoke man like me, he said, well, that's a bit bizarre. Why have you picked this one out? The book was Coyote 13. And the first cover art from Tel McFarlane on this character down here. And that character is Scorpio Rose. I said, I think it's a... I wasn't lying. I said that's the first, cover appearance, cover art of an artist. Do you remember which one? I couldn't at the time, but yeah, that's an easy £20 book. And then we have Captain America issue 208. This is always an undervalued book, I think. Nice bronzer, and it's the first appearance of Arnim Zola. Been in various MCU films, particularly the Captain America ones. Sticking with Captain America, and we've got a few Captain Americas. We've got issue 307. I've sold a couple of these already, I think. And this is the first appearance of Madcap, who was supposedly going to be the villain in Deadpool 3. Seems to be along that same sort of ilk as Deadpool, so it could work well. I haven't come to any of the books I'm keeping so far. And up next we have Captain America issue 323. And this is the first appearance of John Walker as the Super Patriot. Of course, John Walker is going to be the villain in the Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Up next we have my first keeper of the collection, and that was Captain America 333. I didn't have this one, and this is the first appearance of the 4th Captain America, John Walker, of course. The villain becomes Captain America, formerly the Super Patriot. It's also the first full appearance of the Commission team. Like I say, each of these books I'm showing you guys, £5 to £10 books early doors. Some of them getting up to 20. Captain America issue 341, and the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins as Battlestar, another character confirmed for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's also the first appearance of Rock Python, Coach Whip, Boomslap, left and right winger. More Cap, and this time Captain America issue 354. This is the first appearance as John Walker as the US agent, formerly the Super Patriot. So like I say, guys, no cons at the moment here in the UK, and this more than made up for it. I'll probably go back at some point for a third visit. The shopkeeper was fantastic. He actually writes his own comics, and he got one printed through Kickstarter, which I'll be showing you in the follow-up haul to this. He offered me a cup of tea, and he even stuck on Michael Bublé sings Spider-Man in a proper swing rendition. It was fantastic. And then we have Captain America issue 359 and the first cameo appearance of Crossbones. I think it's a Rumblo, isn't it? Mark Rumblo, is it? Of course, he was killed in Civil War. And then we have Captain America issue 360, the first full appearance of Crossbones. My Next Keeper is the next book, and this is it's a long shot spec from me. This character possibly I could see in the MCU at some point. They say that the next big villain is even feared by Thanos. Could be this one in Secret Wars 2, and that is issue number 3. And this is the first full appearance of the Beyonder in his ongoing human form with the dark curly hair. It's also the first appearance of Circuit Breaker. But the Beyonder is all powerful, so who knows? I upgraded several books in this collection. Iceman, issue 3. And this is the first full appearance of Oblivion, another villain that supposedly was rumoured for the MCU at some point. Pretty scarce book, that one. Mini-series. Like I said, I've listed a lot of these. I've already made well over what I paid for that first £70 instalment. I'm into 3 figures already with what I'm selling. This is one of them. Avengers issue 195. The first cameo appearance of the Taskmaster. Of course, a villain in the upcoming Black Widow movie. I'm not a big fan of reprints, but this one garners a little bit of coin, and I'm not sure I'll ever have the first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I have Astonishing Tales presents the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that is issue 29. Reprint of the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Pretty neat. And then a character that's been in my encyclopedia, had to knock it off the list. This is Silver Surfer Annual 6 from 1993, and the first appearance of Legacy. And again, this is a £10 book, guys. This is Genisvel, son of Captain Marvel and Aloysius. That is Legacy. That comes with trading cards. They had, like I say, they had a splattering of everything there. Big piles of Power Man and you name it. What else was there? Alpha Flight, X-Men, Thor. Not too much Hulk, Spidey. I'll be showing some of them in my next follow-up video to this. The earliest X-Men I did see was issue 131. And this is the first cover appearance of the White Queen, Emma Frost. And the second appearance of Dazzler. And the third appearance of Kitty Pryde. And this is where Jean Grey becomes the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club. I'm not really a cover buyer, but this is really such an iconic cover. And again, it's a £20 book on a good day, nearly 30. That is Captain America Annual 8, and it's a keeper. What an iconic cover there from Mike Zeck. This is the first appearance of Tess 1, who is a robot. Look at that Wolverine and Captain America cover. That is a beauty. For £1, oh, every day. Like I said, Iron Man was there too. Nice selection of bronze. But I picked this Iron Man one up. This is a second copy again. Iron Man 219. The first appearance of the Ghost. It was portrayed really badly, I thought, in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. Probably my least favourite villain in the MCU to date. This was a nice one. And it's a £20 book at the moment. Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue 12. And the first appearance of Speed and Wiccan, who are going to be in the WandaVision show. Second copy. Possibly my third copy of this book, Marvel Fanfare, issue 11. And the first appearance of Iron Maiden, who is going to be the villain alongside Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie. Again, a £15 book for £1. Then I upgraded Marvel Fanfare 12. And the first cover appearance of Iron Maiden was Melina Vostokoff. So it's the first appearance of Snapdragon in that book. Love that cover. Back to some Iron Man. This is a book that's eluded me until now. Iron Man issue 281. And this is the first appearance of Tony Stark's War Machine armor. Been in a lot of MCU films, but this time it is worn by Tony. And he still calls himself Iron Man. Glad to finally find this book, another £20 book. Micronauts, issue 8. Hard book to find, and I have looked and looked. The first appearance of Captain Universe, who is Ray Coffin. Now they have Micronauts 1 there, but I took it up and the guy wanted a tenner for it, and I already had it. You know, I could have still probably flipped it for 20, but a bit of a gamble, I thought. I've had 2 or 3 Micronaut ones. Another decent pound one here. Mighty Thor, issue 411. And the first cameo appearance of the New Warriors, who were going to be getting their own film at some point. But Night Thrasher is in this one, and he's rumoured for the MCU. An animated show is being talked up for this one, and this is Power Pack, issue number 1. Cracking stuff. Like I say, guys, I'm hoping that my son is going to be able to do some editing very, very soon on my videos, so stay tuned for that. Sadly, if you are under 18, please turn away. This is for over 18s only, I've got to say. A really hot book at the moment for £1, and a second copy, of course, Alpha Flight, issue number 1. £20 book, guys, and delighted with it. I've got bites already on eBay, and first appearance of Puck amongst many others. Alpha Flight rumoured for the MCU very soon. And 2 of the first keys I saw when I went through the door, just there in a pile. X Factor, issue number 5, and the first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. £10 to £20 book. And then along, say hello to my little friend, X Factor, issue 6, the bigger book, and the first full appearance of Apocalypse. Like I say, in the fine to VF range. But I can't leave them there for £1. Delighted to finally get this, and what a lovely cover. You know, if ever was a superhero costume, it's more like Borat than a superhero, but legendary. Amazing Adventures, issue 18. Yeah, look at that outfit. Oh my days. Glorious. The first appearance of Killraven, who was Jonathan Raven. And his team, the Freemen. £20 book. Delighted to upgrade this one. I've listed my old copy, and again, I've got bites. And this is Avengers, issue 144. I've stuck it in Mylar. Big Jessica Jones fan, and delighted to acquire this. First appearance and origin of Hellcat, who was Patricia Patsy Walker. She was in Jessica Jones and the Defenders show. Love Jessica Jones. It's a nice little find here. Some more Captain America. Pretty solid grade. Issue 217. We've got a whole host of first appearances in this. We've got the first appearance of Marvel Boy, most importantly. Wendell Elvis Vaughn, who, of course, later goes on to become Quasar. £30 to £40 book. Quasar, rumoured for the MCU. First appearance of Blue Streak, Vamp, the S.H.I.E.L.D. Super Agents team. A lot of good keys in that book. And then I've got the final 4 books. First up, for £1. Really? I've already sold it. Iron Man, 282. The first appearance of War Machine. Happy days. My first copy is signed by Kevin Hopgood, the cover artist. Another hot book because the character is rumoured to be in the Captain Marvel sequel. Avengers, Annual 10. And the first appearance of Rogue. Not the best cover in the world, but it's a good read. Like I say, so many boxes and I'm digging and I'm digging. A lot of random stuff. The next haul, I got 59 books. It worked out about £1.19. Stay tuned for that because this is good, if not better. And the bottom of this box, still in pretty solid condition. I could not believe it. For £1, I picked up Sentry, issue number 1. Oh my days. A £40 to a £50 book, guys. Second copy. Pretty good, since it's not bagged or boarded. And that left my final book. And so you're looking through, and I came across a few silvers. And I'm thinking, this ain't going to be a £1. So I didn't really want to try my luck. I did on the second occasion, and I kind of did all right. But the first time round, I'm looking through and I'm flicking and I'm flicking. And this book just immediately grabbed me. This book, in any grade, you are talking around about £100 for lowest grade. And I gave the book to him. The book is around about a 3 to a 4.0. It's on his staples, as Dazzie says. We got a couple of creases on it, but, you know, he took the book away and he looked it up on eBay, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be at least 70, 80 quid. He came back and the price he quoted me was 25 quid, snapped straight away. The book I picked up for my 25 was THOR, issue 165, and the first appearance of, well, the first full appearance and cover appearance of him, who later becomes Adam Warlock. His 4th appearance overall. Of course, he was talked up a little bit in the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie. It's just a matter of time before we get Adam Warlock. Now, this is not a bad copy, guys. The spine's surprisingly good. Now, the issue, as you can see, we've got 2 lines that come down here. And but that is the main conditional part about it. The rest of the book, pretty sweet. So that is my first £70 haul, guys. I think I did pretty darn well. Sentry 1, first Rogue, first War Machine, and the big boy, Adam Warlock. There's my sponsors, Captain Marvel and Iron Fist. Stay tuned for part 2. Now I've got to wrap these up and start sending them out. Bye for now. Subscribe if you like what you see. Bye.